In a frenetic, fast-paced world, many people deal with frequent or even constant stress. Women sadly suffer more than men. The overextended working mother, the self-critical perfectionist, the chronic worrier, they're always wound up, always stretched to the breaking point, always rushing around in a frenzy or juggling too many demands. If you're living with high levels of stress, you're putting your entire well-being at risk. Stress wreaks havoc on your emotional equilibrium as well as your physical health. So are women really the weaker sex? That's the question we're asking today. Welcome to Gender Discourse. I'm Lottie Alaric. To carry this discussion forward, I have in the studio an eminent panel of guests. It is my privilege to welcome Dr. Mubin Zehra, who's a social analyst and a columnist. Sitting to her right is Mr. Shoni Kapoor, who's a member of the Safe Family Foundation. Sitting to his right is Ms. Paramjeet Kaur, who's a director with Akshay Adhikar Abhiyan. And to my left is Dr. Nimesh Desai, director of Institute of Human Behavior and Allied Sciences. So I take this opportunity of welcoming all of you to the show. Thank you. Well, people, before we actually start talking to our guests and before I invite you to put in your questions, let us all take a look at this report.
Women are the backbone of society. Their role is immense, whether at the workplace or at home. Usually, women wear many hats and usually excel at everything that they do. But trying to balance everything takes its toll too. Women may suffer from mental and physical harassment at workplaces, apart from the common job stress. Sexual harassment at workplace has been a major source of worry for women since long. Women may suffer from tremendous stress, such as hostile work environment harassment, which is defined in legal terms as offensive or intimidating behavior at the workplace. These can be a constant source of tension for women in job sectors. Also, subtle discriminations at workplaces, family pressure and societal demands add to these stress factors. The multiple roles that women find themselves compelled to play these days often bring about a major energy leak both at the physical as well as psychological level. One might argue that men too face stressful situations at the workplace. True enough, but then very few men are called upon to give their 100% equally at work and at home. Therefore, it is very important for women not to fall into the trap of depression and take charge of their lives.
Yes, we all know that women not only play double roles, they play many roles at the same time. So Mubin, as a social analyst, what would you say? That the social pressures on women are much more than they are on men?
See, like your story revealed earlier, that women are the backbone of our entire social system. So I guess the backbone obviously has to be stressed. The entire weight relies on the backbone.
Right.
So if you say it this way or the other way also, that there are certain prejudices and social, stereotypes also attached with women. So to adhere to that and then make your own mark, to go beyond those stereotypes and make your own mark and make your presence felt in the society, I think that is a challenge for any women. I mean, it could be a challenge for a woman in the rural area also, in the urban area also. But talking about stress, I guess a woman, she has to don various hats. I mean, she has to play the role of a mother, and the stress automatically comes from the pressure that she wants to do it the best. Whatever she is doing, she wants to do it in the best way. And the other factor that attaches stress to her individuality or her performance is basically the kind of psychological pressures that is there on a woman and the social pressures of binding her in a particular role, that, you know, woman is this. She has to behave in this particular way. Despite being a CEO, she has to perform certain duties. There are social obligation. And there is a question mark on that. I guess that kind of social pressure also create that kind of stress. But having said that, I believe that women are, I mean, maybe biologically there might be various theories, that's still a question mark, but psychologically and socially a woman can take more of stress and do better. I guess the stress factor on her more in the society itself reflects that she's able to take more stress and perform.
Well, that's spoken truly like a woman. But let's have the view of the gentleman sitting next to her. So, Shawnee, do you agree with whatever she said, or what is it you'd like to say?
See, Lottie, in our society, we say that the female is the Shakti. So we always say Adi Shakti Namanama, and that is how we start the prayer. And there is no doubt that women are not a weaker sex per se. They are the stronger sex, and go to any man and he'll say that his mother, wife, sister, friend, girlfriend, and that is what he relies upon. Now when it comes to stress, there are various levels of stress and there are various reasons of stress.
Right.
Financial stress, job related, work related stress, relationship related stress, and then there can be other stresses like minor irritants, traffic, and which are not related, which are not generally related. Now of course till recently or till 20-30 years back, there were not many women in the workplace. Their role was more restricted towards home. As they have come up in workplace, yes, they are facing certain issues, because the society has not changed.
Right.
Our perception what a woman should do at home has not changed actually. I want my mother, my wife, my sister to do certain roles which has been preconditioned like 50 years back, 100 years back. I still want them to be in the same role.
That's right.
And in addition to that, they have to perform certain roles in the workplace. Yes, there is an increase in stress. But then we also have to understand that this stress, the increase in stress, has also led to other implications also. And the stress is not only more on women, it is the men also who face the similar kind of stressful situations. Because demands on them have also increased with women coming in workforce. A lot of men are helping their female counterparts at home. Also, there are certain situations where a man has to take care that the lady reaches to her workplace, then he goes to his workplace. You know, so this is a whole gambit. You know, we cannot pinpoint that yes, the stress has increased on this particular factor more and that more.
Okay.
And of course, still till date, even if a woman is facing certain issues at workplace, she can very well sit back at home, because then she comes back to the same role. That my role is at home, but which a man cannot do.
And then I think she said the woman's role at home, we all know what it is.
Yes, I agree with that.
I guess the
Yeah.
notion and the idea itself that women is associated with domesticity
Yes.
only.
Right.
You know, it's two ways. I mean, if
Yes.
she's performing also, doing well also, that's also bringing stress. And even if she's not doing, despite her domesticity, if she's not able to do well in her professional field, that is also bringing stress.
That's right.
So
So
the question itself.
let's have Paramjeet's view on this now. Paramjeet, what would you like to say here?
I would say certainly I agree with some of the things, like women's world has definitely increased, and while the value system and the traditional expectations from the same women are almost the same. So it just because of that conflict and the means that mismatching of expectations and the performance might be the cause for conflict between the two, as well as the stress level which a woman invites at times. She is also forced to have that. So it all depends upon the whole society. It's not, we cannot say that simply only the women are facing more stress. Men also face that. The society is changing, and life's pace is also very fast moving, and woman is performing multiple roles. While she is trying to justify with every role, she is bound to face means being pressurized from all fronts. It all depends upon the women how to handle that.
Right. So
Yeah.
Dr. Desai would tell us that why is it then women always want to be perfect at everything that they want to do? And that is why probably they land in a situation which is called stressful.
That's true, possibly true. But before I come to that, we do want a discourse, right? We do not want a debate, but we do want a discourse.
right.
And so Paramjeet kind of drew the balance a little, towards the other end of the argument than the three of us kind of going on one track. And let me take that scientifically, objectively a little further. I'm not here primarily as a masculine macho guy, but I'm here as a professional in psychiatry and mental health and public health. about 40 years ago, 50 years ago, in the Western world, there was very good, if not irrefutable finding that women suffer from depression about 2 or 3 times at the rate than men do. You know, Brown and Harris did that in England, 1960s. Now, one can say that England and Europe that time were going through the changes that, you know, you all said we are going through now. And so to that extent it would be very, very comparable. The reasons attributed were, besides the gender roles, just to put the entire thing in perspective, to a great extent biological, as she referred to. There is this whole issue of reproductive cycle and menstruation related hormonal system that unfortunately in this context makes women biologically more vulnerable for some of those diseases like depression, right? For sure the psychological and social factors matter. At a slightly philosophical epistemological plane, it seems to me that it's almost the price that the other gender, fairer or weaker or stronger, I would say stronger if you like.
Absolutely.
Sure. I'm happy to please you. The other gender, the price that the other gender pays for that huge responsibility and privilege of being able to mother a child biologically, that a man cannot. So the nature, for whatever its wisdom, has that entire reproductive cycle system and hormonal system that does make it so. Add to that all that you said about, both of you, about the psychological and social factors, sure. But there are 2 things that I want to say beyond the biology to psychological and social factors. I would agree with you that, the society has not changed. If you reconsider, the society may not have changed at the pace that some of us or most of us would have liked.
Right.
But it's changing. The second and the most important thing to my mind is that the relationship between man and women, or man and woman, or man and women, is so interdependent. I mean, men have, yes, for centuries exploited women in a number of ways, and there can be no denying that ever. But can the 2 genders be independent and impervious to what's happening to the other gender? It can't. Right? So as the roles are changing, sure, men, as Param said, are also going through their own issues of adjusting to that changing role, having to play that role. And lastly, scientifically there is no evidence, I would say, go out on a limb and say, scientifically there would be no evidence to suggest that obsessional personality traits are any more in either gender.
All right. So which means
that
right.
sentence that you put to me, that why are women more perfectionist, is not about personality profile. It's at best about social attribution. As they said, what the society expects and pushes you and exhorts you to do. If you don't do it, then you're doomed.
Right. Well, I think he's really put this whole thing in perspective, as he said. So, do you want to comment on what he just said, maybe?
Yeah, he's right. I mean, the perspectives that he put forth is quite true. But I would just like to add to the fact that the society is changing. I mean, obviously the society is changing. But not at our pace as we expect. That's very true. Because we expect, like I earlier said, we expect the lady of the house to be a perfect mother, to bear. I mean, the choice of going for a child. For example, if you see, if she's a career-oriented woman, she goes for contraception, and contraception itself, if you see medically, it kind of creates some kind of stress. So this single decision itself depicts that decision-making power. I mean, if she is having that power, it is an indication of the change of the society. But there are also instances where this change of an individuality of a woman is taken as a threat by a section of the society who do not regard it as a progress of women, but they regard it as a suppression of the male section of the society. So the society has to go with a balance. So obviously, if there are pros, there are cons also. I mean, you have to have that kind of approach.
Absolutely. Sean is itching to say something, but we'll have to slip. We'll have to definitely slip into a break at this point. But people do come back quickly, as today we are trying to analyze whether women are the weaker sex at all.